Ultra-luxury cars like Maybach, Bentley, and Rolls-Royce promise status, power, and handcrafted prestige. But behind the wheel of a 2023 six-figure masterpiece lies a financial time bomb. The world's elite assume these symbols of success are investments, but the real data tells a darker story. $65,000 evaporates in year one on some models, electronics fail at rates worse than mainstream vehicles, and a single brake job can cost more than a brand new Toyota. In 10 luxury cars that are secretly depreciating your wealth, we are exposing owner horror stories and current statistics that reveal how a supposed badge of wealth becomes the fastest way to lose it. What's the true price of prestige when even opulence can bankrupt you? Number 10. The 2022 tech trap, Audi S8. On paper, the 2022 Audi S8 sits at the summit of German engineering. Its twin-turbo V8, adaptive air suspension, and digital cockpit promise a seamless blend of power and technology. But when the rubber meets the road, this $130,000 flagship becomes a cautionary tale of overcomplication. According to industry reliability surveys, 24% of luxury vehicles suffer non-engine electrical faults, and the S8 is no exception. Owners report dashboard blackouts, infotainment freezes, and even total electrical failures that can leave the car dead in traffic. One S8 owner described his 9-month-old sedan shutting off completely on the freeway, forcing him to coast to safety with no power steering or brakes. That was not an isolated event. Audi S8s are notorious for burning a quart of oil every 1,000 miles, which dealers claim is normal for a six-figure luxury sedan. The financial fallout is just as severe. Data from IC Cars shows the S8 loses 47% of its value in 3 years, a $65,000 hit before you even factor in repairs. Routine maintenance is only the beginning. Audi's advanced driver assistance systems often require dealer-only recalibration after minor windshield or sensor issues, and owners face $15,000 repair bills for air suspension failures within the first few years. To unlock all tech features, Audi charges a $500 annual subscription after the free trial, adding insult to injury for buyers who thought they were getting the full experience up front. Number 9. The 2021 Status Mirage, Range Rover. The Range Rover is the global symbol of success, blending British prestige with off-road prowess. But behind the badge, the numbers tell a different story. Land Rover ranks at the very bottom of reliability surveys, with a 1 out of 10 reliability score. The 2021 Range Rover suffers a 47% resale loss in just 3 years, another $65,000 gone, according to Car Edge. Electrical system failures are so common that the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration issued Recall 20 V-683, warning owners to park outside due to fire risk from electrical short circuits in the 48-volt system. Instrument clusters randomly switch from miles to kilometers, creating confusion and safety hazards. Windshield washer fuses fail, reducing visibility and increasing crash risk. For owners, the headaches are relentless. Battery drains, alternator failures, and start-stop system glitches leave vehicles stranded with no warning. The average Range Rover owner makes unscheduled repair visits nearly twice as often as the industry average, and 16% of those visits are for serious, immobilizing faults. When repairs are needed, there's a 40% chance the cost will be catastrophic. Even basic maintenance comes at a premium, with air suspension repairs and electrical diagnostics regularly topping $10,000. Both the Audi S8 and Range Rover promise cutting-edge luxury and status, but the reality is a relentless cycle of faults, recalls, and value loss. These aren't just high-maintenance toys. They're six-figure mistakes that drain wealth faster than nearly any other vehicle on the road. Number 8. The 2024 Fire Risk Aston Martin DBX. The Aston Martin DBX stands out as a $200,000 SUV with the allure of British craftsmanship and a badge that signals exclusivity. Underneath the hand-stitched leather and twin-turbo V8, though, lurks a problem that goes beyond inconvenience. In September 2024, Aston Martin issued a recall for 141 vehicles, including the DBX, DB12, and Vantage, because a defective oil cooler line could burst without warning. When that happens, oil can spray onto hot engine parts, turning a luxury SUV into a potential fire hazard. The recall warning did not mince words. Oil leaks in the presence of an ignition source may cause a vehicle fire, risking injury or even death. This was not a one-off. Some DBX owners had already brought their cars in for the same fix months earlier, only to be called back again. For a vehicle in this price range, a repeat safety recall for fire risk is almost unheard of. The fallout goes further than the recall notice. Owners have reported sudden drops in oil pressure, engine stalls during highway driving, and weeks-long waits for replacement parts. With only a handful of certified Aston Martin service centers nationwide, a simple recall can sideline a DBX for months. Insurance premiums reflect these dangers. Aston Martin owners pay an average of $6,234 per year, the second highest among luxury brands. For those who bought into the dream of effortless British luxury, the reality is a high-strung machine with real-world safety risks and sky-high ongoing costs. Number 7. The 2023 Italian maintenance trap, Maserati Quattroporte. Maserati's flagship sedan promises Italian flair and exclusivity, but the financial reality is far less romantic. The Quattroporte starts above $100,000, but it is the maintenance that catches most owners off guard. According to industry data, Maserati owners spend an average of $1,600 per year on routine maintenance alone, more than double the luxury segment average. Over 4 years, that is $6,500 just to keep the car running, and that does not include repairs. Owners report frequent trips to the dealer for infotainment glitches, early brake wear, and recurring software updates that can only be performed at authorized Maserati centers. One owner described waiting 6 weeks for a replacement infotainment module, with the car undrivable the entire time. Insurance is another punch to the wallet. At $5,538 per year, Maserati's average insurance cost is third only to Bentley and Aston Martin. The brand's reliability score, 28 out of 100, puts it at the bottom of the premium segment, trailing far behind Lexus and even Porsche. For many, the Quattroporte's seductive lines and Ferrari-sourced engine are quickly overshadowed by the relentless cycle of maintenance bills and reliability headaches. It is a luxury experience that demands constant attention and a deep checkbook. Number 6. The Decade Drain, Bentley Continental GT. Bentley's Continental GT is the face of British grand touring, with a starting price north of $250,000 and a reputation for handcrafted opulence, but the costs do not end at the dealership. Over a 10-year period, the average Continental GT owner will spend $36,522 on maintenance and repairs, nearly triple the luxury segment average. The odds of a major repair by year 10, 58%. Air suspension failures, electrical gremlins, and brittle vacuum hoses are all common, with single repairs easily topping $10,000. One owner documented $8,832 in maintenance over the first 5 years, with costs accelerating as the car ages. Insurance adds another $6,630 per year, the highest in the luxury world. Depreciation is just as brutal. A new Continental GT loses $130,000 in value after 5 years, leaving owners with a car worth less than 2/3 of what they paid. For perspective, a Lexus LS or Genesis G90 delivers 80% of the comfort and features at a fraction of the cost, and with a fraction of the headaches. Before we move on, if this expose about ultra-luxury is saving you hundreds of thousands, smash subscribe. Because a $300,000 masterpiece that becomes a $150,000 nightmare is not just rare, it is the rule, not the exception. Number 5. The 2022 waiting game. McLaren 720S. The McLaren 720S draws attention wherever it goes, promising 710 horsepower and race-bred engineering for anyone willing to spend over $300,000. But behind the supercar spectacle is a reliability trap that even seasoned collectors now warn about. Owners have faced catastrophic cooling system failures, especially with the radiator and temperature sensor housings, sometimes within months of leaving the showroom. According to Canadian service records, a 720S that rolled out of warranty was hit with $17,000 in repairs, $13,000 of which was just to fix cooling issues that would have been covered if the car had failed a few weeks earlier. The real kicker? Parts scarcity turns every repair into a waiting game. McLaren's limited dealer network means that when a radiator or hose fails, owners can be stranded for 6 weeks or more. One owner reported a 2-week wait just to get a service appointment, followed by another month for the correct hoses to arrive from the UK. Even basic repairs often require partial engine disassembly, with labor alone regularly topping $4,000, 5 times what a comparable Ferrari or Lamborghini owner might pay for the same job. Fleet operators and supercar rental agencies have started pulling the 720S from their lineups, citing repeated cooling failures and months-long downtime. McLaren has issued multiple recalls for coolant leaks and fire hazards, but the fixes haven't kept up with real-world breakdowns. For buyers, the promise of track day thrills is often replaced by a $10,000 repair bill and weeks of waiting for parts that may or may not solve the problem. Number 4. The 2022 electric value collapse. Mercedes EQ. The Mercedes EQS launched as the electric flagship, loaded with a 56-inch hyperscreen and every luxury feature imaginable. But the financial reality for owners is a 65% value loss in just 3 years, the worst depreciation of any luxury electric vehicle on the market. A new EQS 580 4MATIC starts at $127,000, but recent auction data shows used models struggling to fetch $45,000, an $80,000 loss before the first battery replacement is even on the horizon. The tech-forward promise comes with software headaches and hardware failures. Owners report infotainment system crashes, charging port malfunctions, and sensor glitches that require dealer resets. Extended warranty claims are rising, with some owners waiting weeks for replacement parts due to global supply chain issues. Meanwhile, the battery's long-term durability remains unproven, and out-of-warranty replacements are estimated at $40,000 or more. Fleet managers who added EQS sedans to their corporate fleets in 2022 found themselves writing off vehicles after just 18 months, citing market value drops and electronic failures that left cars inoperable. One executive described the EQS as the fastest way to turn $130,000 into $40,000 and a headache. The EQS may look like the future, but for owners, it's a masterclass in how luxury tech can destroy wealth at record speed. Number 3. The 21-service shell game. Ferrari Roma. The Ferrari Roma sells Italian design and turbocharged V8 excitement for just under $250,000. But the real story begins after the first oil change. Ferrari's annual service schedule is legendary for its cost. $7,000 is typical for a standard service, and that's before any repairs. Owners report that even minor faults, like a check engine light, require flatbedding the car to a certified Ferrari center, where diagnostic fees alone can exceed $1,200. The Roma's advanced electronics add another layer of risk. Reports from 2021 and 2022 show recurring issues with the digital dashboard and driver assistance systems, sometimes leaving the car undrivable until a software patch arrives from Maranello. Parts availability is another challenge. With Ferrari's just-in-time supply chain, even a failed sensor can sideline a Roma for weeks, and tariffs on imported parts have pushed costs even higher. One owner described spending $15,000 in the second year of ownership, half of it on repairs that required waiting for parts flown in from Italy. For buyers expecting daily driver reliability, the reality is a car that demands constant attention, a dedicated service budget, and the patience to wait out global shipping delays. The Roma may be the most approachable Ferrari in years, but every trip to the dealer is a reminder that Italian style comes with a hidden drain on your bank account. Number 2. The 2021 Prestige Cliff RollsRoyce Ghost. The RollsRoyce Ghost commands attention with its silent V12, bespoke interiors, and the kind of presence that turns every arrival into an event. For the first 4 years, owners enjoy complimentary maintenance. Oil changes, inspections, and minor fixes are covered. But the moment that honeymoon ends, the cost structure changes overnight. Annual service jumps to between $4,000 and $5,000, even if nothing major goes wrong. Oil changes alone can run up to $2,500, and if you need new brakes, expect a bill that can reach $30,000. One owner documented a single post-warranty repair case that topped $50,000, all within 2 years of leaving the dealership. Air suspension failures, dashboard glitches, and battery drain issues are so common that many Ghosts spend more time on lifts than on the road. According to service records, brake jobs on recent Ghosts routinely exceed the price of an entire new Toyota Corolla. The real financial shock comes with the first major repair after the warranty period. A failed air strut or a faulty electrical module can wipe out tens of thousands in a single visit. Even the smallest components, like a replacement hood ornament, can cost more than $10,000 due to import tariffs and low-volume production. The Ghost depreciation is equally relentless. 3-year-old model can lose over $120,000 in value, turning a $350,000 masterpiece into a $200,000 liability almost overnight. Number 1. The 2022 Ultimate Black Hole, Bugatti Chiron. The Bugatti Chiron isn't just a car, it's an engineering spectacle. 16 cylinders, 4 turbochargers, and a top speed that shatters the 250-mile-per-hour barrier. But for those who dare to own one, the financial gravity is inescapable. Routine service begins at $25,000 for an oil change. The 4-year service required by the factory is $210,000, more than most houses. Owners face $50,000 bills for tire replacements, and even basic parts like titanium bolts can cost over $10,000. One Chiron owner described a scheduled service visit that cost more than the sticker price of a brand new Mercedes S-Class. The Chiron isn't just expensive to maintain, it's nearly impossible to insure, and parts are so scarce that a minor accident can sideline the car for 6 months or more. The total cost of ownership easily exceeds $500,000 in just a few years, with depreciation losses that can dwarf even the most extravagant rivals. For most, it's not a car, it's a financial black hole. Smart money. Contrast: Lexus LS and Genesis G90. While ultra-luxury ownership can drain hundreds of thousands, some buyers choose a smarter path. The Lexus LS delivers a decade of flagship comfort for just $6,676 in total maintenance, less than a single ghost brake job. The Genesis G90, with its $8,189 10-year maintenance cost and comprehensive warranty, offers 80% of the luxury at 30% of the cost. Both models offer reliability scores and service experiences that ultra-premium brands can't match. For those who value comfort, technology, and peace of mind, the numbers speak for themselves. True luxury isn't about spending more, it's about losing less. A 2023 Bentley Continental GT loses over $130,000 in value within 5 years, while a 2022 Mercedes EQS can shed 65% of its purchase price in under 3. Across the ultra-luxury segment, documented owner bills show $25,000 annual maintenance and repairs, with parts for a Bugatti Chiron topping $200,000. Despite six-figure price tags and promises of exclusivity, official reliability data from 2020 to 2024 reveals repeated electrical faults, major recalls, and service costs that outpace mainstream alternatives by tenfold. Some details, such as internal warranty claims and future resale trends, remain undisclosed by manufacturers. Yet the proven pattern is clear. Even the most prestigious badges cannot shield buyers from staggering financial losses and ongoing risk. In contrast, reliable flagships like the Lexus LS and Genesis G90 deliver comparable comfort and technology at a fraction of the long-term cost. The evidence leaves no ambiguity. For most buyers, these ultra-luxury machines are not investments, but documented money pits.